She wears satin, Spanish lace. She feels wild chinchilla brush across her face. She's lucky.
So March of 2020, my surgeon said to me, we need to remove your larynx so you won't be able to sing again. And that was sort of a big deal for me. And then we waited for weeks for the pathology. That didn't come back because of the pandemic. And then when it eventually came back, after I'd had another series of tests, they told me that the cancer in my neck was gone, but they had spread to my pelvis, and I'd gone from being curable to incurable. So I spent most of the pandemic with my husband and my dog on our own, and I got into a really dark place. And then my oncologist recommended Martlets, and I met with Martin, my nurse, and it was like a ray of sunshine coming into a dark room, because I assumed when you engage a hospice, it's all about end of life. But Martin showed me that he was there to help me live through an incurable diagnosis. There comes a point at which you no longer want to be treated like a patient anymore, because it's so clinical and it's so clean. And the great thing about Martin and Martlets is I'm treated like a human being, and there's a real connection there. Martin and I will laugh about EastEnders, or we'll laugh about whatever we've seen on the TV the night before, and he'll remember that kind of thing. He'll remember the stuff that I'm interested in, and that makes all the difference. My husband can always tell when Martin's been, because my spirit's lifted. I started to explore doing things that I'd stopped doing. I thought that I'd never be able to perform again. And that was a big sticking point for me. And it's something that, it's just something I thought I'd never be able to do. But my Martlets counsellor tried to reframe it for me and said, well, you might not be able to do what you used to do, but are you still able to do part of that in a different way? And it was literally like a light bulb moment. I realised, okay, I can't necessarily be looking out at the audience, but maybe I could be able to direct people on stage, or work in the wings, or do other things, which meant that I've still got that connection to the theatre, the thing that I love most. And then I got the chance to do some work at the Theatre Royal with Martlets. And I remember the first day coming in through the stage door and walking onto the stage and feeling the warmth of the lights above me and seeing the circle and the Royal Circle, and just the feeling was so different to what I thought it was going to be. It was much more of elation. It was warm. It felt like I'd come home, and I couldn't have done that without the help of my counsellor at the Martlets. So that's me. I'm 48, and if you told me 3 years ago I had incurable cancer, I'd have laughed at you. But that's where I am. I've been given a lifeline though by Martlets and by Martin, my nurse, because now I can do all this again. And it's something I thought I'd lost forever. But to keep people like Martin looking after me costs money. And so please, if you can, dig deep this evening. You've really no idea how much of a difference you could make.